Hello, my name is Mike, and in this video you join me with the all-new 2021 Kia K5. This used to be called the Kia Optima, but for whatever reason Kia decided to change the name to K5. Now it just reminds me of that Harrison Ford movie, K-19 Widowmaker. It's about a Russian submarine that ran into trouble with its nuclear reactor. This is not powered by a nuclear reactor. Let's find out what it actually has under the hood and how good it actually is. Let's go for a drive. Under the hood of the 2021 Kia K5, you will find a 1.6-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine. It produces 180 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. There is an optional 2.5-liter turbocharged engine, but that one's going to come a little later in 2021. And also, while it will produce 290 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque, it's only available with front-wheel drive. So that makes me wonder, is it going to be a torque steer monster? Who knows? This 1.6 turbo engine is available with front wheel drive if you're in the United States. However, here in Canada, it's available with only all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is an option in the United States as well. It's not the most powerful engine in its class. Mazda 6, Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, they all have more powerful base engines. However, because it is turbocharged, you just roll on the throttle and away you go. Best of all, because it is only available with all-wheel drive here in Canada, you can just mash the throttle out of a corner and it's not going to just spin the inside wheel. It can actually put its power down. Fuel economy is okay on a highway. It's not so good in a city though. It is rated for 9.2 liters per 100 kilometers in a city and 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers on a highway. Best of all, it takes regular fuel. Oh, and those fuel economy numbers are with this all-wheel drive system. With front-wheel drive, I assume it's going to be a little bit better. But again, front-wheel drive is only available in the United States, not in Canada.
In 400 meters, traffic light, camera ahead.
Mated to this engine is an 8-speed automatic transmission. I can't really complain too much about it because it does its job really well. Shifts are smooth and they're pretty quick. The only thing I can complain about is the fact that there are no paddle shifters. If you want to take over shifting duties, you have to switch the gear selector into manual mode, but then the plus and minus are inverted in a sense. So you have to push up to upshift and then pull back on it to downshift. Feels a bit counterintuitive because in more sporty cars it's the other way around and that feels more natural. But the best thing about the Kia K5 driving experience are the brakes. Some may say that they are a little bit too sensitive, but I like sensitive things. Somewhere in there's a dirty joke. But anyway, these brakes, they have very good initial bite. You barely have to just gently apply the brake pedal and you immediately slow down by quite a bit. It does come standard with automatic emergency braking, and really the only limitation to the brakes are the tires, because this car stops very well even though it weighs 1,560-ish kilograms. But because this particular demo rides on winter tires, you don't really have the most amount of grip as if you were on all seasons or summer tires. While the exterior exudes sportiness, the 2021 Kia K5 doesn't quite match its exterior looks. Happily, however, it is still a great driving car, but not quite the same as the Mazda 6. The steering feel is on the light side, but at least that makes maneuvering around parking lots a breeze. It does become artificially heavier if you switch it into sport mode, but it just doesn't feel as communicative as the steering feel of the Mazda 6. Overall though, the Kia K5 is an easy car to just get in and drive. The 2021 Kia K5 provides a great ride. Of course, if you drive over a road that looks like the surface of the moon, the ride is going to be awful. But for most decently maintained roads and highways, the Kia K5 can handle it. It does a great job of not transmitting the shunts of the tires and suspension into the cabin. Sitting inside the Kia K5, you have a good amount of space depending on how tall you are. In terms of legroom, this does have the most compared to the Honda Accord and the Toyota Camry, but headroom is not that much. My seat is all the way down, so my hair isn't brushing up against the headliner, but getting in and out with a seat this low can be a bit challenging for some people. However, it does feel quite airy and roomy in here thanks to the panoramic sunroof. In the back seats, even though the Kia K5 on paper doesn't have the most amount of legroom compared to the Accord and the Camry, you still have quite a lot of space back there. Sitting behind my driving position, my knees are not touching the back of the front seat. However, my hair is brushing up against the headliner just a bit. In the trunk, cargo capacity is average at 434 liters, and the rear seats can be folded down for more space should you need it. As you could probably tell from earlier in the video, there is a fair amount of noise that intrudes into the cabin. Obviously, you're going to hear the rain no matter what, but when it's not raining, it's mainly just tire noise that is the most prevalent sound. Wind and engine noise are fairly well subdued. While this GT line Kia K5 is not a top spec trim, it still comes very well equipped with a panoramic sunroof, heated and ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, a 10.25-inch touchscreen, adaptive cruise control with stop and go function, as well as an excellent lane centering system, and wireless phone charging to name a few. One pleasant surprise is the addition of a heated windshield, which is more commonly found in Jaguar and Land Rover vehicles. It makes for very quick defrosting on sub-zero mornings. In terms of design, I dare you to say that you've seen another car that looks like the K5. The exterior styling is very unique. The daytime running lights have a cool lightning bolt shape to them, and amber DRLs are coming back into fashion. The side profile makes the K5 look as though it's a sportback, but it doesn't have a hatch, just a regular trunk opening. And around back, the taillights extend from side to side and are angled towards each other and merging in the center of the car. On the inside, the Kia K5 has a bit of an airplane theme going on. For example, the heated and ventilated seat controls are toggle switches, and the shifter looks like the throttle controls from a Boeing 747. The touchscreen is easily reachable, however, I'm not a fan of the touch-sensitive quick menu buttons flanking each side of the display. The 2021 Kia K5 starts at $29,595 Canadian with the standard all-wheel drive system. In the United States, all-wheel drive is optional, and as such, the starting price is $23,590 US with front-wheel drive. This GT line trim is $35,995 Canadian, which makes it less expensive than the equivalent Toyota Camry, but a little bit more than the equivalent Mazda 6 and Honda Accord trims. Okay, now we're at the Instagram questions part of the video. This is where you ask me questions about the car that I have for the week, and I answer them for you. If you want to take part, follow me at MG Reviews on Instagram. Only a few questions with the K5. First one is, do we get the 300 horsepower version? Yes, we will, later in 2021. And it's 290 horsepower, but I know that doesn't make that much of a difference. Is it the best looking car in the class? Yes, absolutely. Is it worth getting over the Camry or Accord? Well, that leads me into my conclusion. If you want a sedan that is primarily focused on performance and still offers pretty good comfort on the inside, then the Mazda 6 is the one to look at. However, the Mazda 6 has been around in its current generation since 2018, and it's getting on a bit, and it's also not available with all-wheel drive. Same story goes with the Accord. Only front-wheel drive, and it's been around since 2018 in its current generation. The Camry is available with all-wheel drive, and it does have a more powerful base engine than this one, and of course it's also available as a hybrid. However, it is also more expensive if you want the same features, and next to this, Camry looks a bit boring. So if you want a really good all-round, all-wheel drive car, then the K5 is definitely one that should be at the top of your list. If you want to know more about this 2021 Kia K5, I wrote a comprehensive and detailed review of it over on my website. You can find that link in the video description. And as always, I will see you in the next car or truck, or probably be an SUV next time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.